Here we see the items that we need in order to prepare the field. We have a chalk machine, a bucket of kitty litter that has chalk in it, a string used for chalk in the straight line, a broom, a rake, and a drag screen. Here's the barn where we keep all of our equipment. All chalk line equipment is stowed in the barn, neatly put away. The string lines for chalking are on the shelves between the two doors in the barn. Now the first thing we need to do is prepare the field to remove the tarps. Here Tex is showing us how to properly remove the tarps by folding it in quarters and then continuing to fold until he can pick it up himself and carry it off the field. Please remove the tarps from the dugouts so that they are not walked on by the players. The same is done for the tarp over home plate by folding it into quarters until it can be carried off the field. The green tarp in front of the pitcher's mound stays on during all practices, but it is taken off for games. When putting the tarps back on the field, they need to be carried out as well so that that doesn't happen where we're dragging the dirt onto the grass. The first thing we need to do is to get all the dirt off the grass and put it back on the playing surface. A lot of the dirt, especially around the bases, gets kicked up on the grass. It is very important for us to remove this, as this is what causes the lips to occur, which then causes the medlock bounce. If you look closely, you'll see the grains of dirt and turfus in the grass. Please continue brushing all the way around the infield and the outfield skirts of grass. After sweeping, next we go and remove the bases. Tex is showing how to use the base dig-out tool to help clean around for easy removal of the base. Bases are simply picked up and placed in the grass while you continue to prepare the field. This picture shows an example of what happens when a base is not removed when the field is dragged. The dirt piles up underneath the base, and it will eventually cause us to have to replace the base prematurely. After removing the base, insert the base plug with the little plastic grass sticking up so that you can find it after you finish preparing the field. These base plugs are located in the home dugout green box. Now we can begin preparing the dirt. Take the rake and begin raking the grass skirt out towards the base path. It is very important to make sure you go from the grass out to the base path and not towards the grass. You can use both sides of the rake to accomplish this task. We also want to utilize the rake for leveling out the base paths. Oftentimes, around the bases, especially second, we will find the low spot, which causes us to have puddles during rains. You want to push the dirt back in the direction that it came from. That means rake in a counterclockwise motion. Continue on with the rake along the infield and outfield grass skirt lines. Once you have finished with the rake, now you can use the drag screen to drag the remaining dirt. You want to stay about a foot away from the grass lines. Notice here, Tex is getting a little close. If we stay about a foot away, you'll make sure you're not pushing additional dirt back onto the grass. After you've gone all the way around to finish the dragging, then you can begin to line the fields. Utilize the nail and string to create straight lines. Hammer down the nail in front of home plate at the very tip. Then walk the line down the base path and leave the chalk line in the middle of the outfield striping. This will give you a straight line from home to the outfield foul line. Only add as much chalk as you will need to create the lines. It is not necessary to fill the entire chalk machine. If you take your time and go slowly, usually you can get a very straight line by utilizing this process. When chalking, please pay attention and stop about 6 inches from the grass line. The lime in the chalk will kill the grass. When you're finished with the chalk, please pour the chalk back into the kitty litter box. The lime from the chalk also eats away at the machines. Once you're finished with the chalk, then you can replace the bases, utilizing the dirt dig out tool if necessary to find the base post. And please notice that the base, when placed properly, should be lined up on top of the chalk line.